Hi, I'm Justin.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
I'm Hudson. I'm Rowan.
And welcome to our tiny home in beautiful Parks, Arizona.
Parks, Arizona.
After a few years living in multiple homes throughout the Phoenix area, we both kind of decided it was time for a change, and we wanted to get out of that concrete jungle and find a different path.
And we did the typical, 9 to 5 and got a house, started our family, and we both just weren't quite happy with that lifestyle just because we weren't seeing each other very much. And so we decided to try something different. And we sold our house in Scottsdale and moved into our Airstream. And now we're here. What pushed us to do that too is my mom passed away in 2017, and she'd only been retired, for about 10 years. And it just really put into perspective how short life was. And, and so I just knew that time was fleeting and wanted to make sure to live life and be with my family, because I didn't see them very much. So, and my heart was drawing me to be closer to them. So we decided to sell 90% of our belongings and live simply and just have more experiences over stuff and be together. That's what caused, at least for me, that was one of the big motivating factors. I'm so happy we did. We definitely had our hurdles and our bumps along the way, but we found this property, and Justin was a little worried when he wanted to show me this property, because it was a little bit more rustic than my previous tastes. As soon as we stepped on this land, it felt like home, and I just knew that our journey had drawn us here.
Our home was built by Uncharted Tiny Homes in Phoenix, Arizona. It is 34 feet long by 10 feet wide with 2 1-foot bump outs, approximately 650 square feet. It is situated on a historic 20-acre homestead. Let's go take a tour. So we added these 2 modular 8x8 decks to expand our living space out here to enjoy the beautiful northern Arizona weather. And as you can see, it kind of wraps around one of our 2 bump outs. So this bump out is in our living room area, and as we go inside, you'll see we actually situated the couch over the wheels and created this nice large living space. The second bump out is in our bedroom and is integrated into the room, so you don't actually see the bump out. It just created a nice 11-foot wide bedroom space. Let's go take a look inside.
Welcome to our kitchen. Being a family of 5, we knew we'd be cooking a lot, so we wanted to get a full-size fridge as well as a full-size gas stove or range. It's also very crucial to have the large kitchen sink for all the dishes that we have to do. And also we have a large pantry that we integrated under the stairs to store all the food for our 3 growing boys. And over here we have our kitchen table or dining room table that actually was built on a Husky movable work table, and it can go up and down, and we can also spin it to the side to create a more open kitchen area as well. We were able to purchase the property from 3 brothers, and they were in their 70s, and they actually purchased it from Dorothea Thomas, who the road that we live on is named after her. She migrated over from England and lived out here with her husband, and they were ranchers, and he worked on horses, and their cabin that they lived in that's on our property is historic. It was built in 1909, 1911. There's kind of some disputes about that, but it's built out of railroad ties from the railroad that went through here, which it went through on Thomas Loop. So there's a lot of history with that, and that's also what drew us to the property.
The cabin is a place for our kids to go and just be kids. Another challenge with living tiny is, space and toys and kids and all their gear and stuff. And I think that's another crucial thing that drew us to this property too, is we had another structure where the kids could go do that. If we were forced to do it in here, it might be a little bit, it might look a little different, but we were really happy to have that space so the kids can just build and destroy and, do what kids do best. And they love it in there, and they spend hours and hours just building, creating, and it's fun to watch.
Thanks to our sponsor, Brightland. Hey, do you like olive oil? No, not Popeye's girlfriend. The other kind, this kind, that you go on foods. Well, then you'd be interested to know that not all olive oils are created equal. In fact, most store-bought olive oils are mixed with lower quality oils to cut cost. And that's fake news. Brightland is a female-founded olive oil brand consciously made on family-run farms in California. Their premium olive oils contain no additives, no junk, and are produced with organic methods. Elevate any meal with Brightland by turning ho-hum into delicious. This awake oil. Smells herbaceous. The olive oils taste so fresh and are great to cook or finish dishes with. Brightland has helped me turn home-cooked meals into gourmet experiences. A real everyday luxury. Learn more about Brightland's high-quality products by clicking our link below and get 10% off.
All right, well, here in our living room, we mounted a TV on the wall here, and to accommodate the viewing area, we actually had to put it on some sliders that was built from a truck bed deck system, those pull-out decks. We actually integrated those into the wall so our TV can actually slide into place. We can tuck it away when we don't need it. Over here's the couch, and like I mentioned outside, the bump out is over the wheel well, so you don't see the wheel well, and we actually put the couch on top of it. So created a nice, wide, open living room area. Having the 1 foot bump out in the living room area, it really opens up this main walkway. This is where most of the traffic comes through because the boys come down from their bedrooms, and our bedroom and bathroom is over there. So it really creates a nice open space, and that extra foot really goes a long way in a tiny house.
And here in the bathroom, we have a full-size washer and dryer combo, because with a family of 5, we have lots of laundry, as well as a storage above it for our towels and knickknacks. And we have a full-size sink, as well as a full-size shower, which was crucial for all 5 of us living in one small space.
I worked in hotels, and the last place I wanted to be on vacation was a hotel. So we're like, okay, I want to stay in a campground. I want to be in a camper and live that lifestyle. So it kind of all started in the RV world, and that, being on YouTube, you eventually go down enough rabbit holes and you start looking at tiny houses, and it presented a more long-term living situation. Whereas, RVs are great, but they're not meant to be lived in with 3 growing boys.
At least for our family. It wasn't sustainable for us.
No. And we did the Airstream for like a year and a half.
Yeah, on and off. We had Brock during that time, so there was a little pause on that during that time.
And it was great, but I think we both knew that if we're going to do this long term and live permanently, we wanted a little bit larger, a little bit more permanent, a little more durable. When you have 3 boys that don't always get along, you need a durable space. All right, we're here in our bedroom, and as you can see, the 1 foot bump out really adds a lot of space into this room. It allowed us to put this desk area here with all of our clothes storage, some upper cabinets as well. This was going to be a desk, but living with 3 children, getting some free time is quite rare. So it's kind of just turned into a storage space, and we have some clothes and laundry underneath the center section here. And another feature in our bedroom that we integrated here is underneath our bed. Basically, the frame of the bed is storage. So we lift this up, it's on pistons, and then we can store all of our games. We love playing games with the kids, so all their extra bedding, any like winter supplies that we need to tuck away in the summer, or summer clothes we put away in the winter. So just gives us another nice, large storage area. While we were kind of transitioning out of our life in the city, we would brainstorm what can we do with the skills we have? You know, I have a hospitality background. I've worked in restaurants, hotels for about 20 years. And, you know, Rachel has a deep background in hospitality, in finance and insurance. And we always loved traveling around the country. And we lived in a little 18-foot travel trailer for months on end. And we're like, we want to live that lifestyle. We want to share with others. And that kind of led us to the idea of creating a tiny house hotel where people could come out and try it out. Because like for us, we didn't know if we want to make the full leap. And I think there's a lot of people that are kind of there, like they're not completely satisfied with their current situation. They're kind of wondering, you know, what's on the other side. So we kind of wanted to take our skills and be a catalyst for that and allow people to experience tiny home living just in little micro doses, micro scale, and see if they enjoy it. And now we run a 3 tiny home inn where people can come out and rent a tiny house in the woods, and we're near a lot of fun outdoor recreation and gives people a little taste of tiny living. And we were very fortunate to meet with Mike Partana at Uncharted Tiny Homes. We met him many years ago, and you know, he was kind of a small outfit back then, and just the ability to work with him personally and design and build every one of our rentals, and you know, having his knowledge of home building and design with a small space was incredibly crucial, you know, as we went through the process, because we were new, you know, we'd had RVs and kind of knew about small spaces, but he really kind of handheld us through, you know, the beginning phases until we got comfortable. And we waited until the end to build our house, because we wanted to see what we liked with, you know, the rentals that we built, and see what we, you know, could do without, or what we really wanted to have. Going through that process, we were able to fine tune exactly the space that we wanted to have for ourselves and our family. This home was right around $130,000. We took a lot of the funds that from our house being sold and all the things that we sold along the way. We're fortunate enough to be able to just pay for it outright. And that was another one of our goals too, was to become debt free and live a life where we weren't relying on paychecks to pay mortgages and insanely expensive utility bills. Living in Phoenix in the summer, you know, we're paying $400, sometimes close to $500 a month just for electricity to cool a 2-story house down. It was insane. So getting out of debt and being debt free was definitely a priority for us. And here we have our full-size staircase with railing. We knew that living here full-time, we'd be using this a lot, and we didn't want to go with a ladder. We wanted something comfortable that we could go up and down and bring laundry up, and the kids wouldn't have a hard time getting up and down as well. So, and let's go take a look upstairs.
And up here we have our kids' game/playroom, as well as their clothes storage, because there's not enough room in their individual rooms, so we have their storage system here. We just wanted to give them their own space where they had free range to play with their toys or play video games as well. Yeah.
We like to play Rocket League and Minecraft with the boys, so yeah, we spend some time up here as well. We actually got our own individual gaming chairs to play with them as well. So mine's a green one, Rachel's is the blue one, and the boys have the black and red one.
And over here is the catwalk, which leads to the boys' individual bedrooms. And we put a lot of windows in here to bring a lot of natural light, not only in the catwalk hallway area, and a window in each of their individual bedrooms as well. And this first room here is our son Rowan's, our middle son Rowan. As you can see, he loves Minecraft, but he has his own space with a shelf, his own bedroom window as well. And they each have their own modified doors, sliding doors, so they can close it and have their own private space. And this next room is our youngest son Brock's, and as you can see, he still is in a pack and play. And last but not least, we have our oldest son Hudson's room. It was really important to us to have individual spaces for our boys because we previously lived in our travel trailer, and they would fight a lot because they didn't have their own spaces to put their special items. So we wanted to make sure that they had their own individual rooms so that they could put their own individuality into them, as well as their special prized possessions stored away. We wanted to make sure to have a vent in each of their rooms to keep the air circulating, because otherwise the heat or cold air gets trapped up here and they don't stay the right temperature for them. It keeps them really nice and comfortable. For me, I would say the most rewarding, besides being with my family and Justin 24/7, which some people think that can be a bad thing, which yes, it can be tough, but it's really made us closer. Like, we are a very close-knit family, and I love that. But I think another great thing on top of that would be that we can take moments to pause and reflect and just absorb the beauty that we live in. And I have been able to slow myself down and help slow the children down so that we can stop and look at that cool rock, or hear that bird singing, or looking at the beautiful sunset, or look at that cloud and talk about that. And besides, being closer together as a family has been one of my greatest things about being out here.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think, you know, we had such busy lives, like Rachel mentioned earlier. I don't think you realize until you can break away from that lifestyle, like how beautiful the world is and how, you know, incredible life can be. And, you know, you get these blinders on and you just focus on the next task at hand, and being able to pull back from that and reevaluate your life, you know, because life is about change. It's about taking a step back, realizing what's working, what's not, and in shifting, you know, whichever way you need to go. And I think this lifestyle allows us to do that. If somebody's out there watching this and they are interested in this lifestyle, like, give it a shot. Like, it's, you can always, we always have in the back of our mind, like, your job will always be there, that your old life will not go away. It'll always be back there, and it's, you can think of it as a little warm blanket if you need to, but take that step. Like,
Just give it a shot.
Just give it a shot. Like, you will be, for us, we're so much happier because we took that step and went down that path less taken.
Thank you for watching our video and for stopping by Tiny House Expedition. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Christian. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And for more tiny home tours and stories, click the videos below.
And join us on Instagram for bonus content,
including face-to-face conversations with us. We hope to see you there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Have a good one.